Double down.
What?
Got an 11. You always double down on 11.
I know, but it's $200. It's blood money.
Mike, you gotta double down.
I can't double down on you.
Mike, if you don't look like you know what
You
you're doing,
stop for a
then what's
second,
wrong?
man. Just shut up, man.
If
I
you don't
can't.
look like
You
you know what
just
you're
stop
doing,
for a second.
then
No,
double
no,
down.
no.
Mike, I'm telling you, if you don't look like you know what you're doing,
You just shut up. You make me look like an idiot.
Double down.
Andy here, back with another video, and this is going to be one of my most valuable videos to date this year because the 2020 NFL draft class was so deep with talent, arguably one of the best draft classes in NFL history already. So I'm dug in deep, guys. I'm doubled down. I'm deep down the rabbit hole.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I pulled out the composition book. I've got the pen out. The biggest mistake that I found a ton of eBay sellers are making, mislabeling cards and not identifying them properly and not being able to distinguish between what a base card is and what a silver short print card is. So I'm here to save you that time by showing you how to identify each one of these cards on whether they are base or silver. I also want to share with you the top 10 list of silver scarcity ranks. This is going to rank these cards in an order of most common to most scarce. And what makes these second-year players such a great investment right now is that because we have not seen the ceiling, the upside, the complete upside of a lot of these guys. And so you want to know which card is going to give you the most bang for your buck based on collectability, based on scarcity. The scarcity multiplier is huge, guys. So let's dig in. There's been some new subscribers that have just joined within the last week that have dropped some incredible comments that have inspired me to make this video. So I want to take a second and shout these guys out. Danny Concepts, Mark D, Hu Hong, David DJ Rose, Jonathan Warner, I'm Ryan, John Peace, Hick6 Trading, Noah Minor, Michael Ruddy, Austin Fogarty, Ramsey El Maktow, Damper Emu, Craig Stillman. Very important because I've sent out so many messages to eBay sellers saying you mislabeled your card. That is not a silver, that's a base. Please do not mislead new people getting into the hobby. This is one of the biggest mistakes I made when getting into the sports card hobby because Panini really screwed with everybody's head in 2016, 2017 by making all the premier rookies in 2016, 2017, their base prism card, just the base prism, was also a silver prism. That's the only years they did it. It's the only sport, in fact, they did it as well. I know. I don't know why, but that's what they did. They changed it in 2018, and they developed the base and the silver, probably because the fact they was like, oh, let's increase the print run on the base, but leave these silver short print. They have this big scarcity. People don't realize that. Then the people that do take huge advantage when the silvers are trading at roughly the same price as the base, but yet 10 times more scarce. So let's look at that. The biggest mistake, how to spot a fake silver. Can you spot the fake silver? Well, you don't always see the silver rainbow shiny on the front. You've got to look for the small prism text on the back. If you do not see that rainbow, unicorn sheen, beautiful rainbow shine on the front, you've got to look for the small prism text on the back. If they don't have a picture of the back of the card, please send them a message and ask them for one before you make that purchase, especially if it's any type of considerable amount of money. And looking at the back of the card, I'm going to show you where that text is on every single one of the cards I show in today's video. So without further ado, now that I've got the disclaimers out of the way, let's show you the top 10 silver prism print run ranks from 2020. Number 10, the Donruss Canvas. It's a short print or SP version of the base Donruss. You'll notice it has a little canvas lettering on the front And it has a bronze textured rated rookie lettering and Donruss logo in the bottom right. Guys, keep in mind I'm using Chase Claypool's cards throughout this video just because huge fan base in Pittsburgh. Now, I know that there is definitely some concerns around Ben Roethlisberger's age, the aging offensive line, the protection that he's going to potentially get or not get this year in Pittsburgh. But Chase Claypool's an incredible athlete, and he's got a tremendous future ahead of him in the NFL. We're using his cards to make generalized statements about each one of these short print sets. But keep in mind, I also did this same analysis on Gabriel Davis in Buffalo. I did the same analysis on Jalen Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, and A.J. Dillon as well.
One eternity later.
So number 10, like I said, the Donruss canvas, the short print version of base Donruss is $105 for an average of $5 right now. Number 9, the Optic Hollow. The Optic Silver Prism, or Optic Hollow as it's called, is more common than Select and Prism, but it's the short print variation of the base Optic, and it's more rare than the Donruss canvas. Right now there's 95 of these for an average of $10 to $15, and these do sell very well. This is an extremely liquid card, but it is also a fairly common card, which is why it's at number 9. Number 8 is the Prism Black, the Black Prism Silver. This card was just recently released, and so this is an important point to take into consideration, and that is the release dates around all of these sets. So the Black Prism was released on April 30th of this year, and so you can see the timeline of when all these sets were released. This is the newest one to release in a product called Chronicles, and this is a product that's also in retail. This is a product that's been widely printed. So however, this is the short print variation of the Black Prism. It is also more common than any of the Select and Prism Silvers, but more rare than the Optic. So I found 71 of these for an average of $10 to $15. And like I said, guys, I confirmed these counts across several 2020 NFL studs. Number 7 is the Select Concourse Silver. Now, this is the most common Select Silver. Now we're in the Select set. There were 63 of these for an average of $10 to $15, and people like this card. There's a lot of these also sold. In my notes. 90 Concourse Select Silver A.J. Dillon sold in the last 90 days, compared to 63 still available in the marketplace. So it goes to tell you that this is another highly liquid card. This is the short print variation, but it's also the most common Select short print silver in the marketplace, and this card's going for an average of $10 to $15 right now. Number 6, the Select Premier Silver. This is more rare than the Concourse, but not by much. They still printed this guy pretty heavily, right up there with the Concourse. And I found an average of 56 of these for an average of $10 to $15 in resale value. Another really cool looking card that also sold a ton of. Number 5, I've actually found is the Mosaic Silver Prism. And going back to our release dates, Mosaic was released back right after Donruss at the beginning of last season. Now, you've got to handcuff this card with the Mosaic, which you'll recognize by all the little shiny squares on the card. So there's a Mosaic Silver, and then there's a Mosaic Silver like this. It's got the color match. I really like this card, honestly. And this is at number 5. I found 39 of these for an average of $10 to $15. The print run on these is somewhere between the Premier and the club level silvers of Select. Number 4, the Select Club Level Silver. Now, this is when things start to get pretty short print on short print. Hashtag SP on SP. I found 34 of these for an average resale of $10 to $15. This card has got a tremendous liquidity factor to it. People like this card. Now, there is a notoriously off-center left to right, so if you can find one that's really well centered, you definitely want to grab it in that 10 to 15, even 10 to 20 range So it's twice as rare. Consider this twice as rare as now the Premier Silver. Number 3 is actually not in the select set. I know a lot of you guys were thinking I was going to go to the field level silver at number 3, but number 3 is the Prism Silver, the real deal Prism Silver. Trust me, I looked at the sales history, looked at the liquidity of this card, looked at some of the auctions at peak times and the buy it nows at peak times of this card going back to the end of the season, January, which was a huge month for football card sales. And this card is still right up there as king in the hobby for liquidity, for demand, because it's highly popular. And the double down foolproof buy is the Prism Silver autograph of this card. It's basically our modern day Grail card. You cannot go wrong getting the Prism Silver autograph of your favorite NFL athlete. Can't go wrong. And there's only 21 of these available right now for an average of $15 to $25. That $15 you're going to have to get in auction. 25 is more of a buy it now, but then you'll see quickly, very quickly, the buy it nows go to $40 and $50. Number 2 is the select field level silver, and here's a great picture of a card that has been scanned in on a scanner here, and that's what it looks like. And there's only 14 of these available right now for an average of $20 to $35. These are quickly going up in price because they are so scarce, and a lot of people didn't realize how scarce they were until just recently. This is also going to be a $50 to $70 card on skill position guys that break out, and $100+ card on quarterbacks all day. This is more rare than the Prism Silver and all other select silvers. This is another modern day Grail card. Of course, this is all my opinion, but my opinion is taken from the past year of experience, the thousands and thousands of cards that I've examined, the 500-600 cards that I've sold, the dozens and hundreds of people that I've talked to in the hobby, in our community specifically as well. So I feel very confident in my opinions on this matter. The number 1 card on this list today is here because it is very scarce. It's a short print insert on short print silver, guys. The certified was the OG select from back in the 90s, and it basically makes this a modern day Grail card because it is so rare. It's so scarce. The availability of this card is very scarce in the market. More scarce than the field level silver, more scarce than the Prism Silver, but yet this card is trading right now for an average of $10. And that trend carries across the board. Heck, I looked at Joe Burrow select certified silvers just this morning trading for $30. $30. At the end of the day, when the dust settles, they grade high and they're slabbed up. We're talking, $1,000+ card on the quarterbacks because this card has the nostalgia factor. It's got the silver eye appeal. This is an incredible card. That's why it's at number 1 on this list today, because this will get you the best scarcity multiplier. This card sells just fine. Looking at previous 90-day sales of this card, because it is so scarce, there were only 10 the previous 90 days of A.J. Dillon. But whenever I looked at how many were in the system, there was only 10. That's a total of 20 in the last 90 days to total circulate the marketplace for A.J. Dillon on eBay. How incredible is that? So that's the list today, guys. I know this episode was action-packed. So what I'm about to go do right now is set up a live stream, because this whole quest started. Fantasy football is the cornerstone, the foundation of this quest, because it enabled me and encouraged me and motivated me and inspired me to look at the entire player pool of the NFL, not just watch Bucs games, but watch every team in the NFL be competitive against my friends. And so I partnered up with Underdog Fantasy so we can start drafting tomorrow night and talk about the best handcuff and stack plays and the best teams in the NFL, which, funny thing is, those are the same teams and players that are excellent rookie card investments right now. So we can take those guys and apply it to this scarcity multiplier list right now and make a ton of money this year. And you guys can draft against me so we can get the trifecta experience all in one. Let's go. Join me. I'll be sending out a link when the live stream starts, and the first 12 people that click the link and join, click the link and sign up. The entry fees, I can make it as low as $3. I think I'm going to do $5 to start it out. We all got a little bit of skin in the game. You don't have to touch the lineup at all throughout the season. It's best ball. They optimize the lineup for you throughout the year. It's a standard, other than that, it's a standard 12-team fantasy league, half-point PPR. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very insightful to look at ADPs, where guys are trading, and talk about football cards at the same time. We're revolutionizing the game. Join me. Let's do it together. Let's have some fun. Peace.
21. I'm telling you, baby, you always double down on the left.
Yeah, well, obviously not always.
Always, baby.
I'm just saying not in this particular case.
You always double down.
I lost, okay? How could you say always?
The lady has 11. What would you like to do?
I hate
15.
I don't know what to do here. I'll hit again.
17.
Oh, okay. I'll hit down. Okay.
21.
Oh my gosh, 21! I got it!
I spent so much time, dude, guys. I sent out over 20 messages to different eBay sellers, letting them know that their cards were not labeled appropriately and they could be misleading new people getting into the hobby. Love Tom Brady and his Impact rookie card that I'll be getting back from Pure Graded X soon. Promo code QUEST, by the way, guys. You want to take advantage of an incredible deal. Ramsey. I was going to say your last name, but I'm afraid I'm not going to pronounce that right, brother. But I'll try it. Ramsey El Maktoub. Yes, I think Tony Pollard is a baller. Big city, lightning fast. It's going to break out all over the place. I was getting into a little bidding war with Craig on the Dragon scale, I think. The top 10 silver print run ranks. The top 10 silver print run ranks from 2020. Jeez, that's a tongue twister. I did like a whole drawing. Did I not download that? Okay. Well, let's just go here. Where is it? I'll find it. Just bear with me. I got it. Almost got it. There it is. Hashtag SP on SP. I love it that we're starting that trend, by the way. Appreciate you guys. NF Bowman, Keno Moss, all you guys starting